Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Mr. SmallBizTechnology.com himself, Ramon Ray.
Thank you, Chris.
I met Ramon, it was probably about 4 years ago or so, at an HP event in San Francisco, and that's when he first came upon my radar. And Ramon has been helping small businesses with technology. SmallBizTechnology.com. I mean,
Can't get simpler than that.
appropriately, I mean, it's not like you sell like knitted caps on that website. It'd be a horrible brand decision. So Ramon, setting the stage there.
Sure.
How specifically are you helping small businesses with technology?
Sure. My title on my business card says Technology Evangelist, and I think that's the biggest. I'm a content provider, like many people. You have the sponsors and ads and all that. But really, my passion is really speaking and helping small businesses, as we talked about earlier off this show, not to be afraid of technology. Because I think so many of them think, "Oh, blogging, what do I do?" Or mobile technology, what do I do? Security. Breathe. Take it easy. But it can dramatically improve your business. So that's what I do.
So now, how long have you been in this?
Wow, I had my first domain, I'll use it since April 1999, but like many peers.
99,
April 1999,
dude.
yeah.
Right.
But like many of us, I've been doing this as a kid. I mean, I was the guy who rewired Hess trucks, took part Teddy Ruxpin, I think the teddy bear that
the
spoke.
Ruxpin.
Oh, yeah,
Ruxpin. Yeah.
So that was as a kid, but I mean, as a business, 99-ish, 98, Prodigy AOL in 92, whatever, I don't know what years.
It was a long time
but
ago.
that's, so
In that era.
I've been tech, yeah.
And then you're based out here, aren't you?
Yeah, based in Montclair, New Jersey, and before that I was doing technology consulting, so I do have a geek cred to some degree, not as much as you because I'm out of it now writing, but I still.
So you're primarily doing writing?
No, primarily so I produce events.
Okay.
I'm a writer and a speaker.
Okay.
But I was adding before that though I had my own technology consulting business, so I do know hands-on. Back in the day, networking and screwdriver, open a computer and fans and all that stuff.
I think that's how it starts, right? It pulls you in, and then you learn how to do it, and then you teach other people how to do it. And I think that, that's a logical progression for a lot of people, like yourself, when you're producing content, getting to the point, and you were asking in the interview that you did with your Kodak ZI-8, just behind this particular camera lens, you were...
We're talking about what small businesses can do. And you were saying about educating.
Educating.
Sure.
And you were asking me, sorry.
Right.
Thank you. I'm still waking up
That's
here.
all good.
I only had 3 shots of espresso. You have to pardon. I'm still on West Coast time. I'm on the East Coast. You asked what it was that I did, and I said, well, I'm moving from being a content producer into helping other people produce content.
Right.
And it's a logical progression once you've figured something out for yourself to teach others how to do it. So in terms of, you're here at Blog World Expo and New Media, or Blog World and New Media Expo. It's every year, I swear. No offense to Rick and Dave, but every year it changes ever so slightly. A new word gets added. Because it used to be the podcast expo way back when.
It goes on. Podcasting is no longer the hot babe anymore. It's new media.
Well, actually, it was new media. Then new media evolved into social media, but it's all the same thing. So where do you see this headed this year into next?
I think that what I'm telling my audience is that small businesses all have to be publishers. That's the bottom line. Forget selling your content. Forget selling widgets, dresses, wedding gowns, earphones. I don't care what they are. It's about content. Not that everybody has to be like maybe you and I and produce hundreds of articles. Right. But inform your audience, and I think that's the bottom line. Hence, coming to Blog World to learn for myself, but also for my audience as well, how to help them do it better.
It's. Did you get here today?
Yeah.
I
walked around a bit, and I went to one of the sessions here.
Oh, was it an okay session?
It was awesome. This session was about I forgot what it was about, but it was a young lady was there.
Maybe you need the espresso too.
Well, I just flew from Atlanta on Tuesday at midnight.
I'm from Seattle, so it's like I'm way off. You guys got to understand. It's still. I just knocked off my. I forget that I've got cables tethered to me. Right. Boy, I'm really messing up this interview. Okay, now I know a small business is going to watch this. Okay, they're making all the mistakes that I never want to make.
Exactly.
But this is the thing. Even in making mistakes, you still got to do it.
Yes.
In many ways, you will learn from your mistakes. I've made so many mistakes every year. Every day, I make a mistake. This is not one of them. I'm not saying I should never have interviewed Ramon. It was just it's a catastrophic event.
You're forgiven already. It's all good.
I see a lot of different faces, young, old. It's been an interesting mix, at least from my vantage point of people milling around. Do you find, though, even in going to the sessions, even if you can't remember what you watched, do you find more interest in terms of business, from a business perspective, more happening in the hallways or in the sessions themselves?
I think it's the sessions. Again, I just walked in and saw a few sessions, and I've been here, so I think I have at least a short an unscientific viewpoint, but I think it's happening in the sessions. I mean, the speakers there were great. Afterwards, there were tons of questions. When they got off the stage, I was one. People flooded them with questions. I may hire my consultant on social media from one of the speakers. So I think deals are happening there because these are darn good people. Dave and the other co-founder have done a great job in bringing together, I think, a good community of not smoke blowers, but really good people who know their stuff.
So if you had 3 suggestions, tips, or whatever, for small businesses who maybe have not embraced the web, the internet. I mean, we're talking like way small businesses, right? They barely have a website. They don't really know about Yelp. They don't understand the power of social media. 3 tips to get them going, get them over that hump of no longer being afraid of technology. What would they be?
Sure, I would say 3 things. I would say, and I'm not a consultant, but I would say hire someone really, sit down with them for an hour or 2, because you really need an hour or 2, even 3, deep dive by yourself to just give you an overall overview of what this stuff is about, how it affects your business. Point 2, maybe even before that, know where you are now and where you want to go. And I mean, if you're not serious, the consultant will see that and tell you it's not for you. But hire the consultant, know where you want to go, and then 3, see who is in your circle. If you have employees, maybe it's that secretary who's always online, you're telling her, stop being online, pack boxes. Maybe she should be your new social media person, but find that person preferably closer to you, who you trust, who can help advance you. So, hire the consultant, know where you want to go, and look for in your own circle, your own community, who can help you do it.
I would recommend, if not the same things, like something very, very similar. So it's very appropriate that if you're not online, even if you don't have a business that is online, if you're not online, you're really not in business anymore. I mean, not to say that brick and mortar is a problem. I rely on brick and mortars all the time, but I also go out to, for instance, I need some low-level, what do they call it, like low-grade electrical work done in my house.
I saw your tweet.
Exactly. So I crowdsourced. I said, I need to find a local, and I had to reiterate.
And you said license, which is interesting. License and good, we made a 3 criteria.
Yeah, I want to make sure they were licensed. I didn't want to work a day. I wanted to make sure they were credentialed and knew what they were doing. Because I'm having an issue with an audio cable that I think is within the wall. I'm like, I could dig in it, but it would not look great.
Of course.
And then I realized I had a couple other things that I wanted to do, including an upgrade of my furnace controllers, the thermostats. They made one. Someone sent me a link of, hey, it's a Wi-Fi enabled, iPhone app enabled thermostat. I'm like, I'm in.
That's for me.
That's me. All right.
It wouldn't be Chris if you wouldn't.
Oh, dude, I'm like totally going to do that. So, and I wanted to have that done as well. So a couple of those things, and I tweeted out or posted on Facebook, LinkedIn, all the way through, to try to connect with someone that way, using the lazy web, as it's been termed for quite a while, to be able to find what it was that I was looking for. So within my small circle in Seattle, and I would say it's relatively small because I'm all over the place, but looking specifically for locals, if those businesses aren't connected or aren't paying attention, and if an electrician was watching, they'd be like, dude, talk to us, man, contact us. I did that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, the first pizza place to tweet back will get my business. Well, it was 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm hungry. So I ended up walking into a store and getting them, but by then, it was too late, but 2 pizza places, because other people said, hey, you got to contact Chris right now because you'll get his business. It was only $15 or whatever.
Good. Of course.
But if you're not making those connections, people are trying to make those connections with you, whether you're a brick and mortar or you consider yourself an online.
And I think that's where the tools come into play, because even people who may have missed, like in this case, it's not a knee-jerk reaction, but things like NutShare and others, because I know some people are thinking, oh my God, I have to be all day long. No, you don't have to.
No.
There's tools that will help you once a day or once a week. You may lose. That's not too good, but once a day, it'll give you a summary. So the tools are out there.
Yeah,
you just gotta find them.
And in fact, I think I've been happiest with, in terms of like receiving the keyword searches that I'm looking for from Twitter. CoTweet Enterprise has worked very, very well. I get an email summary once an hour, actually, is one because I get a lot of information coming in. Most of it is stuff that's relevant to the things that I'm interested in. And specifically what people are saying about me, because those are the ones that I want, I got it. And it was funny, I learned yesterday, as a matter of fact, you want to talk about small business. So this is the second time this has happened in my life. I wrote a book in 1999-ish about email publishing. Well, there's a company called ExactTarget.
Yeah, of course.
And they're actually
across the
huge company, apparently close to 1,000 employees. They're about to go public. Huge company. So I get this tweet from Chris Baggott yesterday. Baggot. That's his last name. He tweeted out. He says, "Hey Chris, you're at Blog World. I'd like to meet you. You literally changed my life." And I'm thinking, okay, was this a good or a bad thing? I've had people meet each other in the chat room and get married. I didn't know what it was. And so we meet yesterday, and he says, I was doing this. I was a dry cleaner. I was trying to, figure out how to do this. Things weren't working. I learned, how to do certain things, and then I read your book, and based on reading your book, I founded ExactTarget.
No.
He told me, he said,
wow.
So thank you. And I'm thinking, you could have cut me in on this a little earlier than now. I would have bought in.
I know, man. That's nice.
And now, of course, he's gonna retire a happy man.
And even going back to small business, even email marketing, many of them are not doing even that simple thing well. I mean, that's 101.
And a lot of that email marketing can even be managed by like Facebook.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can directly connect with and not have to worry about a lot of that infrastructure that you had to worry about like decades ago.
Correct.
Well, I guess we're encroaching upon decades ago.
I was doing front page and saving it every like 5 minutes and FTPing it, and that was blogging for me. Wow. I didn't know what else to do before.
That's what it was.
But then I moved to Blogger.com weeks or years, whatever, after that. So
wow, front page. Okay, you are certifiable. No, it's funny. Nick Bradbury, who created TopStyle, then went on to create a Feed Demon, was acquired by NewsGator, and done a variety of other things. He's starting a new company, and their PR liaison reached out to me and says, hey, I don't know if you know Nick from TopStyle, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I know Nick from HomeSite.
Oh, wow.
So HomeSite, he developed HomeSite, which was acquired by Alaire, I think, and then Alaire was acquired by Adobe. I mean,
right. And then Justin Kish with Homestead was acquired by Intuit. He's no longer around.
But it's crazy how people just. So it's funny how you start in one place and then that could lead to another, another opportunity, another opportunity, another opportunity. True. So part of doing this small business thing is also inspiring other people and looking to other people, even if they have nothing to do with your business specifically. You can always draw inspiration from people who are doing things.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, Ramon.
Listen, Chris, thank you.
No worries.
Great spending time with you today, man.
Absolutely. I know people think we're twins.
They do, except for the glasses. You're so
I think it's
different minds.
No, Mike. I think I need an upgrade in style now. Like, actually, no, they're pretty close.
a little bit.
I mean, this shape doesn't make me look so. I remember I had these, gigantic.
Yeah, I remember that's what your card.
Yeah, the card's still like way old. I know I need to upgrade
we know you by
it.
that though.
I need to upgrade.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Ramon.